looks like you're far down there, but you're only a few wins away, just because it's never been this tight before. So, it's exciting. I don't think I've ever seen the standings this tight this far into the season. So, it just makes every game that more important. So, it's fun to play.
And from that perspective, how important is it to be playing consistently? I mean, I know it wasn't the result you wanted in Minnesota, but can you play a whole lot better than you did in that game?
Yeah, no, I thought we played very well. Obviously, a bit of a dagger to give up on with 20 seconds to go in the game, but I feel like we've been playing honestly pretty good. Our record doesn't show it, but we ran in a few hot goalies, probably the last 3 out of 4 games, and that's been the difference. But hopefully we can get a bounce or two and turn things around.
You just got Brady back recently. You're without Thomas Chabot, and because of that competitiveness you talked about, and I know the club you're playing tonight, we just went through it with Hellebuck, does it put even more pressure on the healthy guys to have to give a little bit more when marquee talent is out of the lineup?
Yeah, no, it's obviously, it sucks when you got some of your best guys missing. I thought we did a pretty good job as a group when Brady was out, and it's nice to have him back. So, no, I feel like every team goes through it. They miss a guy or two throughout the season, and you just got to do your best to fill in for that guy and try to get some wins while they're out.
To the point we were making a couple questions ago, I've got the feeling from the team here. I know it hasn't gone out that way, but you feel like the way you played, you could have won your last 6 games the way it's going. What is keeping you just kind of on that razor's edge of things falling towards losses and to get them to fall towards wins?
Yeah, no, I think just we've kind of made a few crucial mistakes, late in games that they've been able to capitalize. And in this league, if you give some offensive guys chances late in the game, they only need one chance to score. So that's what it comes down to. So. Yeah, we just got to clean up a few things, especially in those late in periods, late in games. And but no, I like our game, and we're a bounce or two away, I think, from going on a bit of a win streak.
So first off, wrapping up the trip here, what's key for the group overall to try and bounce back against a good Jets team?
I mean, a full 60. I feel like we playing really good hockey, but we just kind of play a full 60 game, and then it's going to be all right.
We spoke to Timmy yesterday about your offensive output, 7 shots on goal last game against Minnesota. Lots to like overall from the team's game. How do you translate a tough result last game in Minnesota to a positive result here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, we want to bounce back. We want to win. That's all we want. And, playing a game tonight again, it's nothing better. So, we're really excited and ready to go.
Again, we've spoken to Timmy a little bit about your line overall creating. How do you try to help support him, but also Brady as well in creating on the forecheck?
Like I said before, I want to be a strong guy out there, hold on to the puck and find some open space out there, and also be around the net.
What do you expect overall from tonight's game, looking to bounce back overall from the group?
Yeah, I think it's going to be a hard hockey game. We want to bounce back after an unfortunate loss last game. I thought we played really well, but at the same time, I think we gotta dig deep and we gotta play a full 60 minutes. So that's what we're expected to do tonight, and hopefully get the win.
Travis spoke a little bit about continuing to just find your game and playing consistent, as you highlighted, for a full 60 minutes. How important is the emphasis on that? But what's the difficulty in mindset when you have dropped a few games here in a row? What's the key to try and bounce back?
I think we just have to stay confident as an individual and also as a group, as a team. We're doing a lot of good things on the ice, and there's times where we make mistakes, but we just have to minimize that and be confident with our play and with our system, and I think good things will happen. So they got a good team over there, so I know it's going to be a tough matchup, but we're confident with our team, and we're confident that we can get the win.
And for you individually as well, jumping up in the rush, creating chances. We've spoken about your game, but how comfortable do you feel and confident in jumping up and creating in the offensive zone as the years go on?
Yeah, I think I'm trying to do the best I can and contribute and also be solid defensively. And if the time is there for me to jump up and make plays, I'm always going to be there and always going to try and contribute. But I think as a team and as our D-core, that's our biggest thing, is to try and jump up and help the forwards and contribute. And keep pucks alive in the blue line. So we're going to try to do the best we can, and and we're really excited to play tonight.
Travis, can we first start with some lineup updates going into tonight's game, and if you could provide injury updates on Pinto, Shabbat, and
Same lineup tonight. Linus will go in net. Shabby's skating. He's getting closer. Pinto's still not skating, so he's still a bit away. Eller's going to be out for a little while too, extended period of time.
And going into tonight's game, what's the key from the group that you hope to see bouncing back?
We've got to stick with it. We seem to be saying this a lot, but we've liked our game as of late. Our desperation level has to stay high. We've been on a lot of one-goal games, and sometimes it's just making one play, and that one play doesn't need to be an offensive play a lot of times. Maybe it's getting a puck out, blocking a shot, but we've got to bring same mindset, but we've got to make sure we do it for 60 minutes.
Doing that mindset, what do you expect from the Winnipeg Jets tonight, a team that's also kind of looking to find their
Yeah, they played a real strong game the other night. Got their goalie back. They look sharp. One of the top teams in the league for a while. Playing in their building, we're going to have to be on top of our game for sure.
Tough to scout a team that, we've covered a lot of them. They haven't really looked like themselves, but all of a sudden they have a game like they had last game. Does it get difficult to scout a team in that situation?
Not really. I think teams go through ebbs and flows during the year where maybe they're just not on top of their game or things just don't go their way. And, it could be a combination of both, but they definitely played well the other night. I think the whole NHL knows how good this team can be, and they've been in the past, and we're expecting them to be at their best tonight.
You talked about teams building, your team specifically. Are you seeing what you need to see and feeling like a turn coming around the corner?
Yeah, if you go through our last 4 losses, if we didn't look at the scoreboard at the end of the game, we would have loved our game. And sometimes it's just doing it again, hit the repeat button, play a little bit harder in certain areas with that desperation level, and you'll get the result you want.
O'Neill has said about the Jets this season that one thing they've struggled with is staying in those one-goal games. What has allowed you guys to be able to do that so well?
Well, I think we put an emphasis on checking and defend. Not necessarily defending, but our play away from the puck. We really believe that that's one of the things that we have to do to play well. And when you check well or you play well away from the puck, usually you end up having a lot more chances than if you don't.
O'Neill talked about the metrics, describing how strong you guys have been defensively. What's the message to get guys to stick with something that's working, even if the results haven't been there?
Yeah, you know what? I think if this was last year, the message might be a little different, but I think our team understands that's one of its strengths, and we can't get away from things that we're good at to try to find a way to win. We just got to keep doing the things that we're good at and make sure we're doing it for 60 minutes.